Predators.
Brothers.
Alrighty then. So we're going to talk about whiners, something I deal with every day. My children, they just constantly whine and complain about everything that is not their way. Which, somehow, people still whine about the stupidest things ever, even though they're in their midlife.
Yeah, that's something you can take to the rest of your life. You can take it to the grave. You can be a whiner your entire life.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, how
right,
do you,
folks.
I'm complaining about complainers. But how do you live like that? Are you happy on the inside? I don't really get it. Like, are you perpetually nervous and worried and have anxiety against everyday life?
Whining technically anxiety, or is it technically mad? Is it technically I want my way? It's selfish, sort of, right?
And I need you to commiserate with me because it's so awful here. I can't believe that they
Whining was
served us
more
10 minutes late.
to get their way. Which is it? Like, are you talking about who kind of want things to
This
go their way?
strategic way of like manipulating people.
Not even strategic, like the saddest, most open way.
Yeah.
I wanted to go here, really.
Oh, that's the worst.
Here. They wanted to go to so-and-so. I had coupons for here. I thought we would just go here.
I feel like all the whiners I know, they never just ignore the whine and go ahead and like stick to it and just like grind through it. They're not grinders in any way. Grinders is sexual, right? So not a grinder, but someone who actually pushes through something that's difficult.
I think in your version of the episode so soon, but I think a whiner is all about fear. You're afraid to do something, and you have to do your own version. It's like, because that's what my kid's a whiner. Really, it's because he's afraid.
Because he's never done that thing correctly before.
And he's afraid to try something new, whether it's because it looks scary or because it's different or because it's what he thinks he wants. Something new. So is that what whiners are? I mean, it's not really.
I guess I do this with myself, with procrastination and like different things. So like my job has a variety of things that I've never done before. So I get tossed something I've never done before. And my initial reaction is not like, oh, let's go and do it. Yeah, I'm a go-getter, blah, blah, blah. I'm usually like, oh no, not like, I have to like take the time to actually learn something and like make sure I don't fuck it up. It's like, that's difficult. Like, I don't like doing the stuff I don't know, like, initially.
It's weird.
It takes like a few right turns for me to be like, I got this. And then usually I don't, but by that time, I don't care anymore because I'm over the initial hump.
So that's the big thing. A whiner usually is someone who avoids the initial learning curve of something. Whether it's through fear, hard work, like whatever is keeping them from doing something or doing something that they don't think they want to do.
Mm-hmm. So how do you personally deal with a whiner?
Ironically, I think not whining is my greatest trait. I used to get not great grades in high school. School. I'd just be like, next to me would immediately go up to the teacher and be like, I thought we had so many points for so-and-so and it doesn't look like I have a whatever. And I could just feel the teacher being like, oh God. It's like he's saying this. And meanwhile, I'm getting a grade that's like, get a B+ or something and do all that everyone else is doing. But I was just like,
what would you say?
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Oh.
Just kind of roll with it because, like,
it's not going to matter.
It's stuck. Very depressed roll with it. I go like, hey. I mean, honestly, am I here to whine? If I say, oh, in this detailing quite to the level I thought it was, like, I just be like, who fucking cares?
Yeah. Like we're all just stardust anyway. We're going to fade into nothingness. So the happiness that we have now is just an illusion, right?
Line to get screwed at some point somewhere along the line. It's probably happening right now.
Do you think a whiner got screwed earlier on, or do you think their fear of getting screwed later is what drives them? Do you think it's both? Maybe it's like a polar thing. You're in the middle of
So-
some awful scenario that is life, and you can't deal with it.
The way to do it is to like, it's a big point in it. You're also not doing it like a little bit, right?
You're not doing what?
Whine privately.
I don't know if the whiners go home and they start whining to themselves. Maybe their whole mental state is like a constant, like, I wish this could go better. I don't want this to happen. Like, it's constantly everything negative, negative, negative. And
Whining is public.
that's true. It's like the internal whine is what? Just frustration. So the way I deal with whiners is usually I kind of like downplay that, like the negatives, and I try to upplay the positives. And then eventually you try to like push them over the edge, like not down a cliff, but like over a hump. Nice gentle push upward. And if they happen to fall, they'll learn from it. Maybe they'll be better.
Talking about kids?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I thought so.
Be careful. You're at the edge of the couch. Edge of the couch. Edge of the couch. You should be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Oh, little push.
You fell.
You learned from it, didn't you? And then like they cry.
They whine. They whine. They cry.
You're not
Yes, they
crippled.
do.
You're fine. You'll
be
improve.
okay.
The limp fades in time.
You will be pushed again and again.
Yeah. You must grow stronger.
There. Yeah. The child that was misshapen was cast off the edge of the cliff.
Ephialtes.
Yeah, that's it was. Oh, that's good. So are these people that you deal with, is it more of a hassle with kids? Like, that's definitely a part of it, because every kid whines. That's like life.
Yeah, I don't know. You become very callous to it. As you become a parent, you realize that whining is just an expression of some negativity that they can't deal with in the moment.
I didn't even want to go off on this tangent, but like, lives are better than they even know.
Oh yeah. They get fed. They get
But they
carried and
whine
put
about it.
into bed so they can sleep.
People wipe their a-holes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, boom.
I don't think that you could pay somebody to do that. Like, if you were super wealthy and you're like, I just want people to wipe my butt. Like, do you think people would be like, I'll be your butt wiper. Like, pay me a bunch. I'll just.
There's a price for everyone.
Yeah. You didn't do it well enough. I can still feel it.
Well enough.
Like,
The proper grammar.
So, I think, did we cover every possibility of dealing with a whiner?
Like, well,
Distance, maybe, too?
like people want whining, I guess. There's like, oh, but I thought you were going to buy me. I thought we were going to do this. I guess that happens in relationships. Everyone whines, whether it's in relationships.
We didn't talk about
Kids,
women
your work.
at all, which I don't know
We
that
were
we
not
want
going
to.
We are not going to. Actually, in a non-sexist way, I feel like the man is less of a whiner.
I think the man
Just
is
by-
always less
by-
of a whiner, unless he's a
by
real
trait,
whiner.
I'm not saying he's tougher. Jesus Christ, the people are going to come out of the woodwork saying all this stuff. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying he vocally whines less than the female usually.
Yeah,
Because it's less
I personally
accepted
take a
too, I
beating
guess.
and will just absorb it. And I think most men will absorb whatever comes their way, for the most part.
Yeah, well, it's weird that we're making this segue just real quick because whining is a vocal thing. It's a very outspoken thing. It's a public
Expression.
thing.
Yeah.
Men often suffer the opposite way, whether it's because we're trained to or
Yeah.
naturally. Well, I'm not
It's
getting into that, but
Internal.
yeah, men usually
sadness
internalize
that
their
just
suffering
grows and
They're like-
grows.
and
and
become
grows.
more and more callous until
Yeah.
the world is just
There's
dust
a darkness
behind
inside
them.
that I can't
yeah,
make my eyelids dark.
right. But I mean, that's what happens. So, in a way, could the only positive thing about whining be that you get it out of your system? It's the only way to bleed out all the darkness.
Do you think?
Because otherwise,
I don't
you
know
absorb it all and you become darker and darker.
I know that women feel better by vocalizing things.
Sharing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They almost need the
Community. It's a community.
correspondence of how a situation. And certain times, it is good
Well,
to
makes
have a
sense.
mutually negative experience and then share that and bond.
Community and connect. And
Yeah.
you realize that you're not the only one dealing with
Yeah.
whatever situation.
Why did that person cut me off? Is that a whine or is that just an observation?
I don't know.
Subjective.
I really don't even know where the line is in that. Where the whine is.
Sometimes whining together is a beautiful thing.
Is that what this podcast is?
Fucking whiners.
Whiners. So let's sum it up. Like, do you avoid whiners? Is that a thing?
I don't think that you can. I think they just, they're going to insert yourself in your life and you're going to fall in love with them and be stuck with them forever.
That's beautiful. Did you write that yourself?
Yeah.
No, Shakespeare, I believe.
Yeah. It's part of my vows. I don't know why I fucking fell in love with you, but I did. And
Thanks
I can't
for whining
live
all the
without you,
time.
but what the hell?
I love it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, whiners,
innuendo
folks.
in my vows. I'm gonna...
You put it in parentheses even during the vows.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Stop it.
All right. So I think that covers whiners. Predators.